In this episode, I'm going to be listening to Mission Soul's cover of Journey's Don't Stop Believing. So let's get started. And I have definitely heard the original. Ooh.
Just a small town girl,
Oh, wow.
living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train, going anywhere.
All right, I have to stop for a minute. This was a recommendation, and I didn't know anything about the band. They said just pick any song. So I chose Journey because I dig this song. I didn't realize it was an entire, I assume, a family. And they are all, except for presumably the mother and father, are young. I mean, how young is this drummer? I really got to see how this sounds. But her voice is fantastic for this song. I assume the dad has been a bassist for a while. I don't know, but they're completely geared out. The one daughter, I guess it's a daughter, on the pianist, she's perfect in key, almost perfect in timing. In any case, I kind of have chill bumps because I wasn't sure what to expect. But now I got to see how this turns out.
Train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train.
I'm sorry. I'm going to try to not stop. I'm kind of blown away. The one thing I wanted to point out really quick is that they so far have got the nuances. If you listen to the piano, there's this high pitch that's in the original, and the fact that that's been recreated so well and so cleanly, it's extremely impressive. For those of you who know that I love microphones, that's a Shure SM58. I can't remember the number, maybe an SM53 on the right. And I believe that's a wireless Sennheiser being used. And I can't, in any case, I just was like, I heard the nuance in the tone that was created.
Detroit.
That.
He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Beautiful voice. Uh-huh.
Singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night.
I literally have chill bumps. I'm sorry. I'll talk more at the end of this. I just want to listen to the whole thing through.
Searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
That, man, that's pretty moving. Um, I I assume because it said dad and it listed everybody, like, I didn't realize. I guessed it was a family, but I didn't know. Sorry. Um, it's crazy to see all this. They all look like they're absolutely enjoying this. Um, ju- I don't know where to begin. They're, I'll start with just the sound quality. Oh my gosh. Um, the, I'm sorry. The sound quality is incredible. Someone had mentioned that I believe the dad does the production side of this. I don't know for sure. So if you know, please post it in the comments. It's extremely clean. Um, the sound is extremely clean. All the musical instruments you can hear, they're separated fairly well in each ear. Like the girl on the left, her guitar is in the left ear, kind of in the left ear. So it's not all that everything is mono, or just flat stereo. The girl on the right with the guitar, that's kind of centered more, and then a little bit to the right. So we get this nice separation between the two, because especially when you have multiple guitarists, and even any kind of instrument for that matter, if you've got multiple of them, if it's not mixed properly, it all gets really muffled. So with this, you get this nice clarity of hearing everything. Sorry, I'm still blown away. Uh, with that in mind, I don't know if they're they're not. It doesn't look like they're in a studio. I mean, in a professional studio, this might be their house, possibly a garage. The reason I mention this is because all of the instruments are mic'd, and of course the microphones for singing. So we actually don't really get a lot of reverb, or echo in the tones. They've got a bass trap there in the corner. There, I can see another one on the left-hand side. Probably the acoustic panels, it could be 2, maybe 4 inches thick. It doesn't matter, but sound quality is it's impressive. I would be curious to have like a dedicated mic just somewhere in the room capturing all of this, so we got a good comparison between them. And maybe they've done a video with that. I don't know. I'll have to see. But it's extremely impressive on how clean and clear the quality is, especially in the space that they're in, especially how tight it is. Typically, in a studio, you want to have good separation between all of your instruments. I mean, we've got the microphone, or the amp back here. This might be a line, maybe a line 6. I don't know. But we've got that, and that's going to be mic'd, and we've got that right next to the drums, which is normally extremely close. I don't know where the other are, but again, it doesn't. My point is, there's a lot of microphones, and the clarity of this is just extremely impressive. So that's a road I could talk about forever. They're using dynamic microphones. I'm not sure about the Sennheiser. I would assume, being wireless, that is a dynamic versus a condenser microphone. So that helps capture the voice with trying to block out a lot of the other sounds in the room. But nonetheless, where do I start? I'll start with the girl on the left, lead guitar, backup vocalist, rhythm guitarist. I don't know which is which, either Stacy or Nisha. Her voice is remarkable. It's almost hard to tell the difference between her and when her mother, Sheena, starts singing. It's very, very close. Tonality, especially for Journey, it's their pitches matched perfectly to the music. So I'm just blown away, honestly, about all of this. But their vocals, vibrato, was really great. I did notice on Sheena's voice, the mom's voice, I think in the second part of the song, and I didn't know if I didn't recognize the beginning, and it might have always been there, but there's this nice echo kind of in the left-hand side, or a deep reverb on her voice on the left. So again, we get her vocals front and center, but we get this nice ambiance with the vocals continue to fade out there and to the left. Pianist was phenomenal. I mean, everything was phenomenal. But again, hitting some of those unique and just delicate notes and precise notes. And then I even noticed that the guitarist on the right-hand side, that might be Nisha, the lead guitarist, yep. She also did a harmonic for that same tone. Again, just it's impressive the nuances that they put into this in contribution to the original song. Now, her as the guitarist, Nisha, I believe, absolutely incredible. I was extremely curious to see how the lead was going to come in with the rolling at the very beginning, or right towards the beginning of the song. It's just remarkable. We get that, and she did it absolutely incredibly. I love they picked whoever did the toning for the effects on her guitar and all the instruments is perfect. It is so clean and so crisp. You really get to hear all those notes without it being overly distorted. There are a lot of cases where those who will, especially on lead guitar, will tend to muddy it up. They'll add too much fuzz or too much tube. And while it sounds great, we just don't get that clarity. And it was absolutely clear and crisp. Not only that, every note was perfect that she hit. And just the speed of this, I could probably talk about this forever. Because I was just so impressed, and I can't remember what mark that was. Because almost, yeah, and let's see, was it this in? Yeah. This. You can... Still, I just got chill bumps again. That's great separation because that was primarily focused in the right ear, a little bit center, but in the right ear. So that it's allowing us, forcing us to focus on the clarity and the precision of that. I really love, if you hear at the end, just like in the original song, it's a 2-note bend. So one stays flat, the other note gets bent, and you get that at the end of the song. So I was curious, I wouldn't say a lot, but I've seen in many situations where that has not been utilized. That's a valve state. I wonder if that's a Vox. But I just want to hear this again. You know, 2 strings bent on the second, and it's a gorgeous lead, and it's just like the song, the original. Now, it's the other part, and I won't go back to, was just, like I said, the harmonics that I mentioned, of that harmonic note that she would hit. And then the lead, again, great separation. It's in the right ear. We get to fully experience it and just hear the clarity of it. It really punches through. And it's nice with the mixing and mastering because it is just the backup rhythm through the rest of this and backup tones through the rest of this. So there's not really any competition. This has been layered extremely well. This young man, I didn't catch his name. Nacy's, I think it was the keyboard. Ice. Oh, that's a killer name for a remarkable drummer. So, as you all probably know, the drums or the bass line are what keep the pacing of the song. And you've got to have a drummer that is in pace because otherwise things can just go completely awry. And he stayed on point meticulously. So that was extremely impressive to see, especially with someone, I assume, at such a young age. And just for the entirety of the song, perfect clarity in hits. Like you can tell if on a drum it's not hit in the proper place. Same thing for cymbals and toms and everything else. You typically want, depending on the tone that you want to get, it needs to be hit at a particular spot within the drum. The center is going to give you the most resonance. As you get closer to hitting towards the edges or off center, it becomes tighter. The sound does, and a little bit higher pitch. And on the cymbals, the closer you get towards the center of the cymbal, the higher pitch it gets with less resonance. And as you continue to move out, you get louder, more resonance out of it with a variation in tone. My point in all this is that he was extremely precise in everything that I recognized that he hit. So it was just completely remarkable. Again, just staying in pace and on time. This is maddening. Um, I know they have, at least looking at their page real quick, they've got quite a few songs out. So I'm flabbergasted and will certainly be listening to more of their songs. Holy cow. What an incredible, I assume, family to do this. Um, have you heard these? Have you heard of this remarkable family, these remarkable artists? It's I don't know what to say. This has already been too long, so I need to stop this. I'll rant and yammer more as I go through the rest of these. But I'm absolutely just absolutely blown away. Had you? I imagine Journey's been around for quite some time. This song has been around for a very long time. I'm sure you've heard the original Journey song. Have you heard this? Have you heard of Mission Souls? Jesus. Do you have any favorites of theirs? Are there other songs of theirs that I should check out? Please let me know in the comments. This was incredible. I loved everything. There's so many other things I want to talk about, but I'll save that for other videos. So let me know some other recommendations of songs by them that I should listen to and discuss. I'll leave it at this. I'm going to go back and listen to this again. Thank you so much for watching Melodic Logic, and until next time, please take care.